Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater. And I remember when I first woke up last year, one morning. I don't remember the day, but I remember the moment. And I read the news that Disney was looking to purchase 20th Century Fox, at least the entertainment assets. Now, my first thought in all of this was, what? Like, what? I thought Fox was doing well, right? Why would they sell off their entertainment assets? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And then my next thought was, oh my God, X-Men. Oh my God, the MCU. And then from there, fanboy excitement got to be really, really, really huge, right? We all were excited to know more. Then came Comcast creeping in like a bitch, right? And they threw out a counter offer, forcing Disney to raise their offer by upwards of about 30 billion when it's all said and done. And Disney still prevailed, which is ultimately what fans wanted. If Comcast would have gotten Fox, we would have seen Hulk team up with the X-Men. Because that, I think, and a few other characters, whichever, I think Namor is another one that Universal owns. I mean, and they ain't doing anything with it, but compared from Fox to Universal when it comes to running a franchise, my money's on Universal for doing a better job, Dark Universe notwithstanding. But as we've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the finalization of this to happen, we've been questioning where things are going to go with not only X-Men and not only that franchise like Deadpool, but what about everything else Fox owns? The Simpsons, for example. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What's going to happen with that? Where are things going to go? And ultimately, we don't know yet. But I would argue that it's probably not looking good for a number of properties over at Fox, if I'm being honest. Because we've learned today that the deal officially closes on January 1st, 2019. Well, at least it will be closing by January 1st, 2019. Now, the current president of Fox, Peter Rice, told employees that they all this news at a town hall meeting today, and that he will be leaving Fox and joining Disney as a top TV exec once the deal closes. Now, that is interesting to me. Because as far as I know, this is a vertical, right? This is not going to be something absorbed by Disney. Disney itself is making its own company, like a parent company, and you're going to have Walt Disney Studios, then you're going to have 20th Century Fox. So where exactly is it going to play into it? Where exactly are we going to find Fox Television, who's going to be taking over? And I'm wondering if it's going to be someone involved at Disney that's going to be taking over Fox, which I think, given Fox's track record, and given Disney's track record, it probably makes sense that somebody is going to be taking over Fox and running the show over there. Now, Rice was also joined by Fox CFO John Nallen, who will become the chief operating officer of the new Fox, and the remaining assets that Fox that will not be scooped up by Disney in the acquisition. Okay, so I guess basically, the properties that aren't going over to Disney are going to stay at Fox is how I take that one. Now, it goes on to say here, and this is just interesting, concern came over Disney and Fox viewers after the merger was confirmed, as fans of different franchises want to make sure that their favorite shows and movies would be kept safe. And obviously, The Simpsons is a big part of that. Now, Fox announced that the long-time loved Simpsons would be kept safe and as a major part of the brand, and that Marvel Studios would be taking over the X-Men franchise, as many would have already hoped. Now, this is what I don't get about The Simpsons, because obviously they want to keep The Simpsons around, which I get, because The Simpsons is a moneymaker. But it's going to make more probably through syndication and home video sales right now, because we're coming up on the 29th season, or this is the 29th season. So next year is the 30th. And I have heard talks, I mean, we don't have confirmation of this, but there's been talks for years that they've wanted to end the show, cap the show out at season 30. But with Disney coming on in, they can just tell them, look, keep it around. Just keep it around. It still generates money. Just keep it around, and who cares? But it's good to see that this is coming to a close in the next couple months, and they're really rushing it. It was not supposed to be till the end of 2019 originally, but they are rushing this deal through. And I think it has everything to do with getting it prepped, getting it ready for the Disney streaming service, or Disney Play, whatever they call it. That's my take. I think it has more to do with getting access to that old archive of content, right? And it was announced today that Warner's is trying to create a competing streaming service, which I do want to talk about that as well. But we know that. We know what they're up to in that regard. And we know that Disney wants to use their controlling stake in Hulu as I believe, well, this is my take. My take is that it's a gateway into the Disney Play service. They're going to have Hulu, and then they're going to attach Disney Play to that. And so you'll be able to get all the Fox content on Hulu, and then all the Disney content on Disney Play, and then, of course, get access to the characters and go on from there. But at this point, they're looking to really just have a library of content that is going to be readily and easily accessible. And I would argue that as time goes on, as they start, regaining some of the money that they spent on this deal, they're going to buy out the controlling stakes, or the stakes that CW, NBC, and I think Viacom, which is also, Viacom is going to have inside of Hulu, and they're going to basically take it over. Because at this point, they're going to own 40% of it, and now they just want to get the rest of it, and then probably just make Hulu an outlet for simply Fox content and then also Disney content. So this is going to be very interesting. Disney is playing a very interesting game in regards to the streaming world to take on Netflix, and it looks like it's going to do pretty well for them. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with all that, and I'm curious to know what you guys think about it. Do you think that this is wrapping up way too quick? Do you think that they're trying to get this done in order to meet the streaming service demand for next year, or do you think this is all happening as normal, I guess, as just as regular business, right? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Also, if you guys made it this far, type in Disney into the chat so I know. And be sure to thumbs up the video, subscribe, and check back later for more content from me. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been $3 Theater. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.